See, we are in the Days Inn in Wilmington, Ohio. And today is what, our fifth day now of us being on the run? Our fifth day of being on the run. From who? My rapist, piece of shit, murdering father. Right, boy girl? Finally, after almost a double dose of medication, Bessie's finally, actually, her heart rate is just now starting to calm down. Thank you, Deputy Sheriff Brown. Thank you, Deputy Sheriff Williams, for lying and falsifying federal documents. Hopefully, Deputy Kirk and his boss, which were so completely unprofessional. Why should I be shocked, right? Why should I be shocked that the Clinton County, Ohio Sheriff's Department have failed miserably, yet again, to handle yet another very simple criminal case. This one, felonious assault with a deadly weapon. Yeah, a 40mm Glock, right? And a 9mm. A Ruger 9mm and a 40mm Glock. Yeah. See, 3 times they were pointed directly at my head. And the most recent time on Friday, which was 5 days ago when I finally reported it, wasn't pointed at my head. Well, actually, it was pointed at me. It wasn't pointed at my head. It wasn't actually held in somebody's hand, as if the previous times that it was actually being waved around and pointed right in my face. You know, on Friday, I was honest, and I told him that, yeah, it was on the arm of his chair, and he put his hand on it and told me to get the fuck out of his house. Again, why? Why did he tell me to get the fuck out of his house? Check this out. You're going to love this part. You're going to love this part. This rapist, murderous father of mine, if you want to call him a father, child molester, who literally, yeah, check out my poor dog. This is my service dog, okay? My life depends on my service dog, whose life I'm actually going to terminate tomorrow because this is far from okay. Her sitting here dying of the poor dog can't breathe. I mean, right? I mean, look at the poor thing. Look at her. Look at her. Try listening to her. Poor thing. She thinks I hate her. Look at her. She's been in a car for 5 days. Why? Because the Wilmington, Ohio Clinton County Sheriff's Department has failed my family yet again. And they wonder why it has taken me this long to call them about my life being threatened, about filing charges of domestic violence against my dad. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Could it be this? Can you see the stress on my face? All right. I'm being stalked now by the Sheriff's Department. I went to the park tonight for the first time I've been here since July 28th. All right. And I've even called the park rangers at midnight, just about 2-3 weeks ago. Talked to the park ranger Keith came out and actually shot a raccoon for me. Yes, that's right, folks, that's right. Seriously, there was a raccoon. It was about midnight. I don't know, I had to get away from my dad. I had to go. I go every night. It's less than a quarter mile down the street from where I live, 1384 Osborne Road, with Richard Little Dick Aker, prostate cancer, end-stage prostate cancer, Dick Aker, who urinates all over himself in his bedroom. Yeah, you can almost stand and walk in the house. Anyway, let's not go into defamation of character, right? I'd hate to be sued. I know I'm so valuable, right? I have so many earthly possessions. My earthly possession is this horrific face that you see now, and that beloved dog that you see down on the floor that's now dying, thanks to the Claremont County Sheriff's Department. That's right. You know, and in fact, you know, when my vet gets this video tomorrow, when I go to have her euthanized tomorrow, Sheriff, I don't know your name, and you know what? I could really give a fuck less what your name is, because your Sheriff's Department has failed me and my family fucking miserably, to the point that now I'm fearing for my life. And you're failing me yet again. And then you point the finger at me and laugh at me and say, wow, you know, if he was pointing the gun at you before and threatening your life, why did you call us before? Again, I reiterate, I'm homeless now, until he started waving his gun at me again, telling me to get the fuck out of his house again. Never heard those words before, Dad. See, are you gonna fucking follow through this time, Dad? Wow, darn, Dad. I'll go to heaven and you will go to hell. Wow, karma at last. My suffering ends and yours only just begins. I think it's bad now, Dick. Cancer infected little Dick. Yeah, well, yeah. Your hell's you have hell. I look forward to spitting upon you in hell. Truly, I do. And I can assure you that Leora and Bo relish the day as well. Yeah, you can go join your wife that's down there as well. Why? Because she ignored her children's pleas. I know she ignored mine. I don't know that Leora or Bo plead with her to leave you, but she knows that I did. Leora knows that I did. Bo knows that I did. My school principal knows that I did. My ex-husband knows that I did. All of my friends from high school know that I did. Why? Because you beat the fuck out of me all the time, Dick. That, I remember. I remember probably 10 instances of you beating the fuck out of me. One time you punched, jumped me in the bathroom, stopped. All I saw was your fucking ring. I didn't even move. What, fucking kill me? I know I cuss a lot, don't I? I sound like a fucking sailor. You'd almost know I'm a Christian. Why? I don't know. Maybe because my dad, my mom, all they say is F, F, fuck, fuck. I'm a veteran too, so that probably helps. My life's been pretty shitty. As you can tell by the beautiful tone of my ladylike voice, right? Wonder how many views this video is going to get. Sadly, more than I'd like. It should actually get 0. None of this should have ever happened. My mother and my father both should have respected me as a woman, should have respected me as a child. But because I said no, apparently, I don't know, but apparently I was tied up and fucking molested by my dad. Honestly, I can't remember a single moment of it. Thanks be to God. This thing called PTSD, apparently I have it pretty severely. Blocked out most of my fucking life, thank you very much. Dick and Linda and Leora Aker. That's right, Leora. That's right, sis. I know you've always got my back, don't you? Yeah, you've always got my back. That's why you took off and never looked back. Yeah, you've always got my back. I needed $100. You were just awarded over $1 million lawsuit. But you're mad at me because I stood up for Dick. I have forgiveness and love, right? I stood up for Dick, and actually, the only thing I really wanted for him was his house that he built with his bare hands. I thought the man at least deserved that, right? He could sit there and mourn in his bedroom every night and know in his head what he did. I don't know what he did. You know what he did, Leora. You know what he did, Bo. Wouldn't it have been cool to sit there and watch him just slowly die of prostate cancer in that bedroom? Where he probably fucked both of you? And me too, apparently. I don't know, maybe obviously I must have been tied down with belts because up until about 3 years ago, I was never able to wear a belt. Couldn't quite figure it out. And then God said, yeah, that's why. Oh, that's why now I wear a belt with pride. Of course, it's got horse's hair on it. Anyway, that's about all the conversation. That's about all there is to be said. Dick. Richard Dick Aker. Richard Victor Aker of Wilmington, Ohio. And the Clinton County Sheriff's Department. Again, now I'm being treated like a fucking fugitive. Alright? You laughed in my face today when I told you that I was yet a victim, once again, of domestic violence. And then you criticized me and condemned me, as did your sheriff deputy, or your deputy sheriff last Friday when I filed the original complaint. Well, why didn't you call us 3 months ago? Why didn't you call us when it first happened? Let's see. My dog was dying, which of course you smiled at and laughed at me again today. I know most people don't quit their job because their dog is dying. But I do, alright? Talk to anybody who knows me. Anybody. Go ahead and contact me for personal references. And you will find out that yes, I did in fact quit my job at the Waffle House in Cincinnati, Ohio, because yes, my best friend, my service dog, who was unable to service me, obviously, because I was serving as a waitress at the Waffle House. We won't say who for, Nick. So somebody could observe me, Nick. But that's alright. We also get, Sophie also died for you, Nick, but that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. We'll get past that personal vendetta there, won't we, Nick?